Hello, everyone. It's a man named Moses. How's everyone doing out there? Yes, you may have heard me say in previous videos that I'm about this channel and my videos are about critical thinking and I'm about the road less traveled. So I decided on this video to go more into that. But in addition to that, I want to touch on what I said in the previous video about God within, and on the video that came before that about being a nobody versus being a somebody. Okay, so first I want to say that I'm not a religious person, despite what you may think, hear, or perceive or suspect. I'm not a religious person. Have I been involved with religion? Yes. Do I rely on religion? No. Do I care about religion? No. Do I like religion? No. So I'll use I'll use the Bible, despite its many verses and tamperings and stuff. I'll still use it because the truth is in there, and can no one smother out the truth, despite the many different verses and translations and iterations and tamperings still in there. Okay. Why do I do this? Because it confirms one important thing. It confirms spirituality. You know what scientists would say is what's the word they use? Uh, Metaphysical. I think it was some scientific term they used to say that it's not very scientific, like it's a false science or whatever. It's because it can't really be proven. It can only be experienced. It can only be witnessed, but you can't prove it. So you can't deem it a fact through evidence and stuff like that, because that's not how spirituality works. Okay, so um, what I'm saying is, I'm gonna do it like this, and so any of you out there will see that I'm not lying, and that spirituality is real, despite what anyone may think or suspect or try and prove using modern day thinking and science and all that. You'll experience it. Okay. Another reason why I will use the Bible is for the simple fact that the Bible belongs to no one. Okay, there is no faith on the planet that could take ownership of the Bible. Not a single one. And here we have faiths or religions that usurp the Bible and say, hey, this is our Bible, this is what we live by and all that, as if it belongs to them. But the Bible belongs to no one. Okay? So, on that, I'll show you some scriptures. If you don't like the Bible, hey, then maybe this isn't the video for you. But like I said, I'm not trying to push a religious faith or a belief, anything. I'm just going according to the words of this book and basing things on that. You'll see what I'm talking about. But if you have an open mind, you want to hear what I have to say, then keep watching this video, and you may get something out of it, you may not, but you don't want to miss it. Okay, so I have online Bible here, and this is King James version. Okay, so let me explain to you why. I'm gonna use the Bible to explain to you why no religion can own the Bible, the Word of God. Okay, what does it say here? Now, take the scriptures in the Bible. If we can assume that the Bible and the Word of God, the knowledge in the Bible is true, then here we go. It says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. This verse right here. Okay? So if this is true, and the Bible is regarded as the Word of God, then how can any person, how can any religion, how can any faith take claim to and ownership of this? You see what I'm saying? Because that's, you take a claim and ownership to the Creator, right? You take a claim and ownership to the knowledge and the word that comes forth from His mouth. You know what I mean? Like, how you take ownership of that? It didn't come from you. You don't own that. No one owns that. If it comes from a being beyond us, then how can you take ownership of that? That would make this a false statement, and it would be corrupt, wouldn't it? Okay. So it says the same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by Him, and without Him was not anything made that was made. Okay. So go on, so forth. Um, let's see here. So it's talking about there was a man sent from God. His name was John. This is the book of John. Okay, the same came for a witness to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe. He was not that light, it's capitalized, but was sent to bear witness of that light. Okay, it's capitalized, that means the Creator, right? He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Okay, I skipped one. It says that was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. He came unto his own, and his own received him not. Okay, so it said right here, he came into the world, and the world didn't receive him. All right, so this is when I was talking about the road less traveled. It's what my videos and my channel's about. Why is it that, let's do it this way. God made the world, made the people of the world. And He sent messengers into the world to reach the people of the world. Why wouldn't the world recognize the message or the Creator? Why? You understand what I'm saying? So that's, like I said, it's the road less traveled. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, the world focuses on other things. The world is let me change this for a sec. Remember the previous video is called Update, Not Interested in the Rat Race. Okay. And on there, I was talking about how I run my channel versus how everyone else on YouTube and such run their channel, right? And if you look at my channel, you'll see that I don't have very many views. I don't have very many subscribers. I'm fine with that. I'm not. I said before, I'm not trying to run a popularity contest and all that. But there's a pattern, you see, where most of the people of the world, they'll flock to one thing or another, and they'll abandon something else. You know what I'm saying? So you have a world of people. Something here attracts the world of people. So not all people, but a good number of people are going to leave this crowd and then form the crowd there, wherever attracts them, right? So then you have a few people left. So then you have something here. You have something over here that is not so attractive to most people. Those people aren't going to go there. They're going to be here, where they find is most attractive to them, right? So you have a small group of people here left behind. Those people go here to the least attractive thing. Right? That's the road less traveled. On the other side, this is the road most traveled. Okay, there's a reason. The reason I'm talking about this is even in the Bible, it points that out. Why? Because there's something spiritual behind it, and that spiritual presence, it affects the nature of a being, of people, human beings. All right. So I'm gonna find another example of what I'm talking about. So hold on, give me a moment. Where did I have it? Okay. All right, here, King James Version. Let's see here. All right. Who has believed our report, and to whom is the arm of the Lord revealed? For he shall grow up before him as a tender plant and as a root out of a dry ground. He hath no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. See that? Right here. He has no form nor comeliness, and when we shall see him, there is no beauty that we should desire him. It's Isaiah 5:3, verse 2 and 3. Okay, so there's other translations that may work that a little better or not, but you look at different translations, you'll get the gist of what's being said there. Okay. Remember I said, change for a sec. Okay, remember when I said what's most attractive? Most people will go to what's most attractive, and then the least people go to what's least attractive. Remember I was talking about that? Okay, it's right here. Okay. There is no beauty that we should desire him. Okay. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. And we hid, as it were, our faces from him. He was despised, and we esteemed him not. All right. So again, a road less traveled could be a person. All right. So in that previous video when I'm talking about nobody versus somebody, we have, we even have people that exist that can be also be the road less traveled. It doesn't necessarily have to be an event or a location or whatever. It could be a person too. I'm not sure if any one of you out there is seeing where I'm getting at. But there's something spiritual behind that, and it affects the nature of things. Okay, so when I was talking about a nobody in Galatians chapter 6, verse 3, I was using that to show what it was I was talking about, and then some. There will be people in the world who are similar to this, where they're rejected by people and acquainted with grief. You know, there's people who suffer from grief because of griefers. You know, attacked, ridiculed, despised, hated, rejected. You know, never acknowledged, never wanted, never desirable. You know, there's no beauty that we should desire this person. Those are the roads less traveled. But on the other side, we have people, the popular majority, that despite what it said in Galatians chapter 6, verse 3, in their minds, they're somebodies. To the world, they are somebody because of what's attractive, what is considered acceptable by the world standards, you know, the status quo. You understand what I'm saying? Let me show you another thing. All right, so it's a new international version. We have here uh, here we go, on verse 8 in chapter 15, chapter 15, 1 to 27. Um, start here on verse 18. If the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Remember what I told you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. If they obeyed my teaching, they will obey yours also. They will treat you this way because of my name, for they do not know the one who sent me. You know, and let's see. If I had not come and spoken to them, they would not be guilty of sin. But now they have no excuse for their sin. Whoever hates me hates my Father as well. If I had not done among them the works no one else did, they would not be guilty of sin. As it is, they have seen, and yet they have hated both me and my Father. But this is to fulfill what is written in their law. They hated me without reason. See that? They hated me without reason. And it said, uh, if the world hates you, keep in mind that it hated me first. If you belong to the world, it will love you as its own. You do not belong to the world. See that? I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Okay? If they persecuted me, they will persecute you also. See that? Okay, so the rat race, hold on a sec. You have the rat race, the majority, the popular majority, and what they're attracted to. Then you have the minority, and they're not accepted anywhere. That's the road less traveled. Okay, and in addition to that, about the God within. When I said in my last video, God within. What do you think I mean? And say, hey, remember, the world hated me first, right? And if the world hate me first, it will hate you also. What chose you out of the world? Do you understand what I mean about the nobody versus somebody? So, those of you out there who can relate to what I'm talking about, you're not a nobody. Maybe to the world, you're a nobody. But to a higher, greater force, the creator, the reason why you exist in the first place, you're somebody, you're significant. Don't let the world steer you into thinking that you're insignificant. Just because they got all the marvels and the baubles and all this luster and glamour and gold and all that and all about this and that and stuff. You see it all over the internet. Okay? The people that are desirable and the people that are undesirable. The people that are loved and accepted by the world and the people that are hated and rejected by the world. You understand what I'm saying? The key is the road less traveled.